basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Detroit Pistons taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Hill. Joe Dumars is out there with Thomas. Then it's Wallace, and it's Lanier in at the 5. Now here's Thomas. Now here is Hill. Pass to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Thomas gets the bucket.
Yeah, the jump shot of Thomas. Cash money. Boy, it's nice seeing him knock down that mid-range jumper.
Here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the Pistons making a change here. DeBusschere is checked in.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness. You rarely see him missing dunks. But the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Thomas against Robertson. Thomas, no good. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a three-point game.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Here's Thomas. A pass to DeBusschere. Hill with it. Covered by Johnson. From beyond the arc. And the basket by Hill.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Johnson outside. Back to Robertson. Pass to Moncrief. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Moncrief can do it all. His game is without a hold.
Outside Dumars. They set the pick. Thomas against Robertson. Thomas kicks to Hill. Over Johnson. Hill, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. They get it back. Out to Moncrief. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by DeBusschere.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here is DeBusschere. Nice ball movement by Detroit. It's Dumars on the wing. Misses the wing J. Milwaukee leading by 5. To the inside. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Moncrief. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
His size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Allen's checked in for Moncrief. And a switcher also for Detroit. Phillips is checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's DeBusschere. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And here is Robertson. Scoreless thus far. Nobody near Allen. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Phillips. Here's Lanier. Covered by Robertson. It's Hill, top the key. Over Johnson. Here's DeBusschere. No good on the three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shot from 12. Kicks it out to Johnson. Giannis outside. Thomas against Robertson. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Now here's Phillips. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Count the basket. Antetokounmpo's got 11 points.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to DeBusschere. Phillips kicks to Hill. Right side Phillips. Back to Thomas to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Launches it from deep. Rebound Milwaukee. Now Antetokounmpo. He's got 11. Pass to Robertson from the arc. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Thomas. Back to DeBusschere. Thomas against Johnson. The three from Hill. Rebound Milwaukee. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Robertson outside. A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. Giannis' screen on Thomas. No good from Robertson.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Thomas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you can't be overly aggressive when you're defending Thomas because he's very good at drawing fouls.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Cummings comes in for Abdul-Jabbar, and it's Baker in for Johnson.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard it.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Robertson. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Robertson's got his second basket of the night.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Rudd. Pass to Thomas. From the line. The shot missing.
He's got a nice feel for the crossover, but you still have to finish it off.
Robertson passes to Antetokounmpo. There's a screen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Grant Hill picks one up.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Reds checked in. Detroit making a switch here. And he can't hit the second. Pistons trail by 9. And Jerry Stackhouse picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Stackhouse against Antetokounmpo. With 1 on the clock. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 9. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. Rodman is out there with Stackhouse. Then there's Chauncey Billups. And it's Bing in at the two-guard spot. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for the Pistons, Dave Bing. One shot.
And, you know, Bing is an incredible scorer. Does a really good job running the offense while also being ready to score himself.
Right against Billups. And to Kumbo.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pistons trail by 8. Here's Billups. Pass to Rodman. There's the pick. Bing, the pass to Stackhouse. Kept alive. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, Bob Lanier so active on the glass. Got to love that. I mean, he's got a long body, knows how to use it well to get those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 15. And here is Red. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stackhouse, good.
Stackhouse locked and loaded on the catch. Almost automatic.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Allen. Back to Giannis. It's Giannis throwing it down.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Here's Bing. Here's Stackhouse. Misses the three. Giannis striking in. And he converts the layup. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
There are very few guys that move with the grace that Antetokounmpo does on his drives. He's got an easy, long, ground-eating gait that's very effective.
No good from Stackhouse. They could stretch the lead to double digits.
I mean, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable position.
Giannis outside. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Pistons.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to Bing. Now here's Rodman. Bing, the pass to Rodman. Just 5 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Billups. Knocks down the 3-ball. Billups has got 6.
Taking advantage of the opportunity to put his range to good use.
Timeout.
Billups, very effective from behind the arc.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Baker. Moncrief comes in for Ray Allen. And it's Robertson in for Michael Redd. Detroit also making some changes. Howell's checked in for Rodman. Hill comes in for Stackhouse. And it's Dumars in for Chauncey Billups. Now here is Moncrief. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Over to the wing. Coming. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Giannis' teammates know he's selfless. He's going to get the ball to the open guy, and it's on you to find your shot.
Here's Howell. Pass to Bing. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Lanier. The kick out to Hill. Tries a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now Cummings. Hill looking around. The kick out to Dumars. There's a good screen from past the arc. Here's Lanier, and he dunks it down.
That's just elementary routine for Lanier, getting whatever position he wants inside and then just going to work.
Giannis with it. He's got 19. Giannis dunks it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Howell. Trailing by 4. From deep. They get it again. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Watch out for Lanier. He is a monster in the painted area.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Now here's Robertson. He has 5. Cummings kicks to Middleton. Kicks it out to Giannis. Shot clock at 5. And it's Howell with the rebound. The Pistons on offense. Trailing by 2. Pass to Lanier. They double him with Giannis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Now here's Cummings. Defense is right there. Now here is Moncrief. Middleton for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Hill. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. And it's 8 points for Hill.
Inside, Hill can be a problem, finding a way to get around the defense and score the ball.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in for Milwaukee. Robinson comes in for Antetokounmpo. The Pistons making a change here. Hill's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Lambeer against Abdul-Jabbar. Middleton for 3, and that comes off the assist by Abdul-Jabbar.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Now, here's Dumars. No scoring in this one. The offensive rebound, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Deep 2 from Robinson. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Well, you know, if you're playing Robertson to score, not a bad idea, but that means you're going to leave other guys open, and he'll find them.
Outside Hill. Lambeer screen. A floater. Hill, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Robinson, that's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 8. To the paint, here's Howell. Banked in off the glass. Howell's got his first basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Dumars against Moncrief. Nice D from Dumars. Pistons trail by 5. The drive by Hill. Pass to Lambeer. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Robinson. Robinson on the wing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Abdul-Jabbar's got his first points of the night. Thomas up top. with some arc, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 7-point differential. Antetokounmpo out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Moncrief. And it's Robertson in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Hill passes to Wallace. Hill kicks to Thomas. 4 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, inside the defense goes all out trying to stop Thomas, but he stays focused and manages to get around him for the bucket.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Wallace. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Dumars. Hasn't made one yet. Jacks up a 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Wow, wow, wow. Joe Dumars within the gym range.
Here's Robertson. That one goes in. Robertson's got 7 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And here's Dumars outside. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, when Antetokounmpo puts his head down, man, it is a really terrifying sight for the defense when this guy's coming at you all limbs and arms and size and ball skills. Usually you just end up hacking away at him to stop him from getting to the hoop.
And so he makes both from the line. Pistons trail by 8. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Pass to Hill. Outside Dumars. From downtown, sinks the triple. He's got 6.
Just a tremendous all-around player. Dumars at times showing us the deep range.
Giannis up top. Wallace covering.
Pistons foul. Foul Lanier. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. No good from Robertson. Pistons trail by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Wallace dishes to Thomas. Clock at 6. And here's Dumars outside. On offense, here are the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here is Robertson. He has 7. Outside, Abdul-Jabbar. Second shot opportunity. It's blocked. Dumars against Robertson. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Robertson right side. Giannis outside. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Robertson's got 5 assists tonight. Wallace the pass to Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar.
You know, the size of Abdul-Jabbar typically overwhelms defenses, especially when he's operating close to the rim, forcing them to act as he draws the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Now, here's Dumars. Some solid defense from Moncrief. Robertson, a screen on Wallace. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And so Hill bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points. Timeout called the Pistons. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chauncey Billups checked in for Detroit. Here's Hill. He's got 10. Wallace kicks to Thomas. And the shot goes down. 8 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Even though he's a smaller guard, Thomas is not afraid of attacking inside. Really good work there.
Johnson outside. Back to Robertson. Allen outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Billups passes to Thomas. Wallace looking for an opening. Allen against Billups. Right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Lanier. Rebound, Milwaukee. Johnson outside. Pass to Robertson. Giannis outside. Allen for 3. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists tonight. Thomas against Robertson. Outside Billups. They set the pick for the 3. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Out up there for Johnson. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Baker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Red comes in for Robertson. Now here's Young. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Rodman, he's checked in for Detroit.
14 foul.
Here's Thomas. 8 points for him. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Billups. It's up a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And stolen by Billups. And here's the fast break. Here's Bing. Milwaukee with the rebound. And Allen launches it from deep. Rebounded by Rodman.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Bing. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I've heard Bing say that what he enjoys more than anything is putting pressure on the defense, forcing them into mistakes, and he forces one there, drawing the foul.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Grant Hill, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Giannis. Allen outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 11. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, Hill can turn it on so quickly. Once he buries a couple of quick shots, then that basket starts to expand.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. He shot 3 of 5 from the line. Free throw good. Giannis. Moncrief, he's checked in for Ray Allen. Detroit also making some changes. Lambier checks in for DeBusschere. And it's Dumars in for Chauncey Billups. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And so it's Detroit with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Hill kicks to Lambier. Right against Dumars. 4 on the shot clock. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 10. Middleton outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Hill. Stolen by Middleton. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Bucks on top. They're up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Bill Lambier. Hill is out there with Rodman. Then it's Joe Dumars. And it's Bing in at the point guard position. Now, here's Rodman. Pass to Bing. The tray. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Bing's got it back down to single digits for Detroit. Bing's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Middleton outside. Back to Robertson. Over Bing. No good from Robertson. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Bing. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the inside. Here's Lambier. And he banks in the layup. Lambier's got his first bucket in this one.
This is where Lambier looks to score often. He's really an accomplished interior scorer.
Moncrief the pass to Robertson. Three-pointer. Trains the three-pointer.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Pass to Bing. Dumars against Moncrief. Milwaukee making a switch. Cummings is checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Howell's checked in for Rodman. Here's Bing. Covered by Robertson. Detroit making a switch. Phillips is checked in.
Second team foul. Piston substitution. Number 1, Chauncey Billups.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Where there's contact, usually Bill Laimbeer is in the neighborhood now. He thrives off of it and often instigates it.
And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. Bucks leading by 7. Pass to Moncrief. Back to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Billups. Robertson kicks to Middleton. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Robertson's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Johnson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Detroit with a change here, too. Wallace is checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the Pistons talked to his team during the break, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. One-on-one fast break. Here's Robertson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Rising up. That's why they call Johnson the slammer.
Pistons trail by 12. Outside Hill. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. It's good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Now here is Moncrief. Pass to Johnson. A floater. Nice defense from Wallace.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And Hill has it in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. And there's another one for the Pistons. Milwaukee leading by 8. Robertson kicks to Middleton. Back to Robertson. Takes the 3. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Now here's Billups. Wallace with the screen on Robertson. Billups from outside. The rebound by Middleton.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Cummings. Back to Middleton. Here's Robertson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Chauncey Billups.
And Robertson is a do-it-all kind of player, my kind of guy. I mean, he's also somebody you can trust to help facilitate your offense.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Milwaukee?
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Hill dishes to Wallace. And the slam by Wallace.
Come on, Ben Wallace. Ridiculous.
Milwaukee leading by 11. Pass to Moncrief. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Hill. And again, the Bucks miss. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Moncrief. Detroit with the rebound. Lanier's Pistons trail by 11. Now Dumars. Grant Hill on the wing. 5 to shoot. Almost, but it rolls out.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Thomas. Timeout called, the Bucks. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, Giannis has a really good basketball IQ, so he recognizes that taking and making mid-range jumpers is going to help keep the defense honest when they're guarding.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Now here's Moncrief. Back to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Giannis outside. Off target from three-point range. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 11. Here's Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Thomas plays the game with such an edge and attitude and great confidence, and I think that gives him an edge out there on the court. He's always willing to go the extra mile.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them to within 10.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Robertson passes to Johnson. Back to Robertson. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by the Pistons. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dumars. Detroit, no good that time either. So it's the Bucks now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Robertson outside, 16 feet away, and the bank shot is good. And the Bucks lead by 12.
What you love about Robertson is that he knows his strength on offense and plays to them with confidence.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.